This quick tutorial is going to show you how to apply skin texture to your portrait paintings, so if that's something that you're interested in, keep watching. First things first, I did not paint this woman. This is a photograph I found on Google searching portraits. That links back to a blog post by Claire Guillot from digitalcameraworld.com. The image credits were to something called Future, and it unfortunately did not list the model, so I can't give her proper credit. But links to the post will be in the description of the video leading back to it. I didn't read it. However, when I saw this photo, she had great texture on her skin, so I decided to use this picture for the example, and hopefully this video tutorial counts as transformative enough, and I've given enough credit to the source that I won't regret this decision in the future. Now the only thing that I've done to it so far is apply a surface blur from the top filter blur menu to smooth out the sections we'll be applying texture back onto so you can clearly see a side-by-side comparison of the result. The only thing you'll need for this method to work that isn't included in this video is a good leather brush. If you're a patron of mine, then you already have my brushes, meaning you have the leather brush we'll be using in this example too. If you're not a patron, then you can find a free leather texture brush searching DeviantArt or Brush Easy pretty easily, or make your own. You want to find or make one that looks like this. Use this brush to paint the texture onto her skin. Remember when you learn to paint that a lot of things will tell you not to add texture to the shadow areas if you want this to look more realistic. Personally, do whatever you want though, I don't care. When you're done, you'll notice it matches pretty well with her actual skin texture, and that's because of the layer effects we have set on it. If we turn them off, you'll see it no longer looks like skin. So I'm going to walk you through what you need to set up now and how to save it in your own effects menu to use with your brushes in the future. Go ahead and create a new layer, set the layer mode at the top to soft light and the opacity to 52%. Double-click on the empty gray area to prompt the layer's effects menu and apply a bevel and emboss to this layer. In most cases, this is the effect you will be using with texture brushes to get realistic looking textures in Photoshop, whether it's for skin, cement, rock, clothing, or anything else. I suggest you start to get comfortable using it if you want to up your own texture game. Go ahead and match my settings to yours now. The color we are using with this is pure white. If for some reason you don't have bevel and emboss in your side list, you need to click on the FX box on the bottom here and select show all because you have them set to hide unused ones. Once all of these settings are set up, go ahead and hit new style on the side and click both boxes so you save the layer mode as soft light and the opacity you have set with it, and name this whatever helps you remember to use it for skin later. It'll be saved in the effects menu at the bottom now for you to click on and automatically apply to your own brush whenever you want to use it in the future now. If you don't use the effects ever, which to be honest with you, the default ones are pretty garbage and I've never used any of them either, you can right click on them and delete them from your list. If you ever want to reload them for some reason, you can right click and select to load default or whatever. Deleting them from your list won't permanently delete them, it'll just remove them from the list and keep the ones you do use so they're less of a headache to find. You can also select all of them and put them in a folder like I have mine and name them if you wanted to. You can collapse this folder to keep them out of view too. If you wanted to add little bumps to her skin, you can create a new layer and copy these effects by right-clicking on the layer with the effects, selecting Copy Layer Style, and right-clicking on the new layer and selecting Paste Layer Style to copy and paste these effects onto the new layer. You can copy a layer effect and select multiple layers at once and apply also. For the bumps layer, I tweaked the opacity of the layer as well. Same as before, you want to use white with this mode and just use a basic airbrush at a small size with opacity by pressure turned on to add the bumps now. Using a hard round will be too sharp and look weird AF. Friendly reminder that much like the brushes in Photoshop, any changes you make to saved effects will not override the version saved, so mess around with anything in these menus you want to help better familiarize yourself with what you can do, and don't worry about screwing it up, it won't happen. If you screw it up too much and don't know how to get it back, just go back into your effects menu and relaunch the saved effect. In terms of texturing with brushes, Photoshop is one of the best programs in my opinion that isn't full-blown 3D that you can use because of these features. An unsolicited word of advice now for painting in Photoshop. In my own experience over the years, I have learned more about how to paint in Photoshop by watching videos on how Photoshop works and not how to paint in it. And if you would like to get better at painting in any software you are using, I highly suggest that you not only study up on how to draw and the fundamentals of art itself, but how your own software works and really get to know it. The better you understand your own tools in any creative medium, the better you are going to be able to use them. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you'd like to give thanks or show your support, you can become a patron at patreon.com/JaeHaruArt and help me make more free tutorials and resources for others to use in the future. Or just give me a shout out if you use anything that you learned from me and feel like doing that. Also, a reminder to check the community tab on my YouTube and my socials if you'd like to grab other free art resource tutorial sheets that I've made that I haven't made into a video. Later.